Please tell me this is working now. Should be working. Okay, good. Hello everybody, welcome back to another live stream of Raven Plays. I'm your humble host, Raven800, and Mecha March Madness is continuing today with, this time with Brigador, or Brigador. I'm assuming it's pronounced Brigador. But, yeah, I was gonna play Front Mission Evolved, but unfortunately had some technical difficulties with that, so I don't think that's going to be happening. So we're going to have to skip that title. One less off the list, I guess, but Front Mission Evolved kind of sucked anyway, so I'm kind of glad not to be playing it. And yeah, just want to go ahead and stomp around in some stompy robots again. This is pretty much kind of like, I guess, Be a Walker, where you have to go through various different levels and trials with a preset loadout. And pretty much try and make it to the end, survive the onslaught. And apparently the story goes that it's all in the name of trying to liberate a planet called Solo Nublar, or Nublar. I'm pretty sure it's Nublar. But let's just go ahead and do the campaign, like the Awake on Foreign Shores. So, contract, removal of one target, personnel, opposition, light loyalist, caution. Your legal status as a citizen of Solo Nublar, okay, not Nublar. I'll have to change that in the description. Will be permanently revoked upon completion of your first contract. If you have any questions, purchase a copy of the terms and conditions and frequently asked questions. The Solo Nublar concern, or hereafter SNC, has intel on Ramiro Costello, a military commander in civilian clothing attempting to escape the present situation. SNC has isolated him on the highway using district gate controls, taking applications from any active limited-time contractor, hereafter Brigador. So, we go now to acquisitions, intel. I believe it's intel or lore. Brigador Contract 1. The Brigador Action Agreement. The agreement is made and entered into this redacted day of redacted by and between the Solo Nublar concern, aka SNC, and redacted company, hereinafter called company, and redacted hereinafter called contractor. Whereas company desires to retain contractor to develop and deliver to company the access of assault and seizure of Solo Nublar, the asset, and whereas contractor desires to develop the asset on the terms and conditions set forth herein. Now, therefore, the parties hereto do hereby mutually agree as follows. Article 1, Terms of Contract. This agreement will become effective immediately and will continue in effect until the services provided for under this agreement have been performed to company satisfaction or until otherwise terminated as provided in this agreement. Should contractor breach any terms of agreement, company will perforce terminate contractor agreement, contractor person, and any such individuals deemed by the company a liability to the assets, secrecy, and or concerns of the company or the agreement. Service to be performed by contractor. Contractor agrees to provide a minimum access to the company of secured access points / zones for ground action in all asset district. With that many redacted things, I will not agree to shit. Yeah, right? Via destruction of orbital... for ground action in all asset districts via destruction of orbital defense array. Municipal infrastructures providing power or munitions to said arrays, and or local defense forces securing and manning said defense arrays. All zones are to be delivered by noon of the day following acceptance of the agreement / deadline. Contractor will determine the method, details, and means of performing the services described in Section 2.1. Company may specify only the results desired in regard to the specific services. Contractor may, at contractor's own expense, employ any assistance contractor deems necessary to perform the services required of contractor and by this agreement. Company may control, direct, supervise, or terminate contractors, assistants, or employees in the performance of those services should contractor breach this article. Compensation. In consideration for services to be performed by contractor, company agrees to pay to contractor the sum of redacted / the sum. For services rendered under this agreement, company agrees to pay contractor the sum on completion of agreement following company's successful seizure of asset and pursuant contractor's survival for a minimum of 2 Novo Solo weeks, the interval. Should contractor cease life functions during interval, no amount of sum or any restitution will be paid to heirs or next of kin. In the case that heirs or next of kin should pursue action to acquire some, company may seek to dissuade or terminate said heirs or next of kin. Obligations of contractor. Contractor will supply all tools, equipment, instruments, supplies, and other materials required to perform the services under the agreement outside of initial supply drop provided by company to contractors' specifications, unless contractor fails to provide said specifications. Employee. What should I write in these boxes? Boss, don't worry about it. No one ever reads those anyway. Contractor fails to provide said specifications in time for deployment once agreement becomes actionable. Contractor acknowledges that time is of the essence of this agreement, and that contractor's best efforts must be utilized to completely liberate all zones within allotted time. Neither this agreement nor any duties or obligations under this agreement may be assigned by contractor without prior written consent of company. Whew! Obligation of company, copyright, really? Copyright? Termination of agreement. Contractors' warranties and indemnifications. Good lord, they actually did write an entire contract for this game. General provisions. In witness whereof the parties have hereon to set their hands and seals the day and year first above written. Company of Solo Nobre Concern, aka S&C, on redacted company. Okay. So, that was a lot of reading. I apologize for that. I thought it was going to be something shorter than that. It goes on. Yeah, pretty freaking much. You poor man. So I'm just going to go ahead and start the tutorial stage, where we start off with a Toro. Pyre's Toro is armed with an Abbott 105mm cannon and Mondeuse. I have no idea how to pronounce that. Mondeuse, sorry. 12.7mm machine gun with a smoke projector for defense. This loadout is tough, versatile, and effective at any range. Good all-round damage. I feel for you, bro. That is a lot to slog through. Alright. Reminder, in accordance with Novo Solo tax law, any supplemental income must be reported on either Form 9082 Miscellaneous A for residents or Form 9082 Miscellaneous B for non-residents. Contract. Removal of one target. Personnel. Opposition. Light loyalists. Caution. Your legal status. Okay, I already read all that. So there are two types of controls. You have the ability to use WASD to move north, south, east, and west, or you can use traditional tank controls where W is forward, A and S is turn left and right, and A and D is to turn left and right, and S is to move backwards.
Red leader is dead. Solo Nublar must fall. Remove the marked target to accept contract. Welcome, Brigador.
So that's pretty much the tutorial mission for you. And apparently, casualties, light damage bonus, transaction fees. So apparently I made $1 million off of that. Alright. Many years ago, the paramilitary group Novo Exercito del Povo seized power on Solo Nublar, the capital city of Novo Solo. Our colony, peaceful negotiations with the leader of the NEP, the tyrant known as Great Leader, have failed. The Great Leader closed the spaceports. The citizens of Solo Nublar have been forced to endure years of regressive economic policies. Oh, thanks Semla for the $6. I appreciate that, man. Great Leader closed the spaceports. The citizens of Solo Nublar have been forced to endure years of regressive economic policies and isolationism. So long as his menacing array of orbital guns installed throughout Solo Nublar point up to space, there can be no outside assistance from the SNC or other benefactors. It is accurate to consider your participation in the present opportunity a heroic sacrifice, a tangible contribution to the restoration of rightful planetary self-governance. With your help, the SNC will restore Solo Nublar to prosperity. Welcome, Brigador. So there you have it. That's the whole synopsis for the game. Let's see. Beginner's Falafel. I think these are bonus missions. So technically the game starts here with Second Scout. Contract. Removal of target structures. Opposition. Moderate loyalist. ATTN. Or Attention. Alto. Singe. Snell. What? Alto Singe Schnell? Is that Schnell? Oh, I don't know. You three are the closest current SNC assets in Letterard. So this is open to any one of you. Now that you have the necessary clearance, the SNC will begin assigning you key infrastructural targets. In this case, a series of communication towers. Destroying them will weaken the local opposition's ability to raise a general alarm. Mind the explosive hazards. Alright, so now we have our choice of up to 3 preset pilots and machines. We have Canavan, which is using a hovermobile. It looks like a hover car. Schnell's Canavan is armed with Preacher 76mm cannons and Belter 20mm chain guns with EMP grenades for defense. This loadout is versatile and mobile and decently tough for an AGRAV, which is anti-grav for short. Good all-round damage. Kilgore. Sing's Kilgore is armed with Duchess 40mm and Stutter 27mm chain guns with active camouflage for defense. This loadout is extremely tough and able to drive through most structures with ease. Good all-around damage. Then there's Zalij. I believe it's Zalij. I don't know. I'm sorry. Alto Zalig is armed with dual Banshee 14mm chain guns with a smoke projector for defense. This loadout is excellent at range and at focusing damage in single targets. Excellent against armor and shielding, mediocre against structures. So I'll go ahead and let the audience decide which one they want to see in action. Screw it. We're doing Mecha March Madness. So screw it. I'll just pick the mech. Alright, units with blue icons are local spotters. If a spotter sees you or takes damage, it will radio for help. Kilgore. Yeah, I kind of figured you'd say Kilgore. If a spotter sees you... Chat is delayed, not your fault. Okay. If a spotter sees you or takes damage, it will radio for help, showing a radio icon. When that call is completed, the alarm will sound. When an alarm sounds, all nearby enemies are alerted to your position. An alarm cannot be called off and can be sounded again. You can prevent the alarm from sounding by killing or evading a spotter before they call for help. Yep. FTR just timed it about 40 seconds from when I hit enter to when you see message, so you can expect responses after a long time. Okay. All enemies in the district raise their shields when the alarm sounds. Destroying all comm towers will increase radio call time and will shrink enemy reinforcement radius. Ah. Comm towers are currently marked for you with orange diamonds. Destroy them to complete your mission. We also have bonus objectives on the top right here. Destroying 3 structures, destroying 4 depots, and destroying 3 comm towers. Surprisingly enough, you can actually use, if you are, depending on what unit you're using, you can actually use carcasses as cover. Those are fuel lines. Great for taking out targets, like large groups and stuff like that. So here's a comms tower. That was a platoon or a small fire team of soldiers. Love this mech. It's such a simple design, yet it gets the job done. Alright. Mission complete. Find your exit. Alright. Are you an assassin? Contract. Removal of target structures. Opposition. Moderate loyalists. The nearest loyalist company at fighting strength in Letterard is moving to protect key infrastructure in response to your last mission. Despite this, the SNC has further comm tower and power substation targets selected for your removal. All advanced warning of Brigadors in the area, panic walls. With advanced warning of Brigadors in the area, panic walls will be a factor. We will brief you in mission on this hazard. Go ahead and switch it up, I guess. Let's do Kilgore. Spotters sounding the alarm will also trigger panic walls. Panic walls are defensive barriers that will only lower for enemies. Allow yourself to be spotted and observe panic walls activating. These cannons are burst fire. Interesting. Oh, I can't get over there. Shit. I'm just wasting ammo then. You must destroy substations to permanently lower panic walls in the district. Substations are currently marked for you with orange diamonds. Destroy them to complete your mission. Tank controls obviously work better for tanks because with tanks in this game, they follow the same rules as real tanks. So all of your armor is going to be stronger on the front than it is on the sides or back. was like, why am I not moving? Ha! Gas station. Go. There are the other relay towers. It was probably a good idea that I went with Kilrog or Kilgore, because it's easier to smash through the walls with a tank than it is to bash them with a mech's foot. Mission complete. Find your exits. Downside that it's slower because it's a tank. Alright, open up your heart. Contract, removal of target structures, opposition, moderate loyalists. The SNC is coordinating for your exfiltration, but preparations are not complete. Stand by for details. Until then, the SNC has a contract available for the most critical targets on Solo Nobre, the orbital guns. This defensive array is what keeps the SNC from deploying a landing force from orbit. Destroy the orbital guns in Letterard, and the concern will make, and the concern will make arrangements, or the concern will make arrangements for your exit from Novo Solo. Why didn't they just say the SNC? Just, okay. I thought it was like some fancy way of saying it, but apparently not. Orbital guns are high priority objective for the SNC. Love me some heavy armor, slow, but has the benefits of being a tank. Yeah. Destroying the guns will cause a large and loud explosion, alerting nearby enemies. Stay clear of their explosive radius and be aware of how much attention destroying one will draw. The orbital guns are currently marked for you with orange diamonds. Destroy them to complete your mission. Wow, they got panic walls up already, huh? Now, if you're careful, you can actually spot enemy units before they power up. But I don't see any. Oh, there's one. Yeah, when they're powered down, they actually camouflage well in the environment. Oh, turrets. I forgot about those. panic walls are still up. And lights out. One more turret. I think I'm not going to go for all the secondary objectives. I think I'm just going to hit whatever's on the way. Because unfortunately, by completing all the secondary objectives, yeah, you make more money by completing all the secondary objectives, but I don't need it because I've already beaten the game. So I've already unlocked everything there needs to be. There is a bit of a stealth mechanic to the game too. Alright. Next mission, the Order of Death. Removal of target vehicles, opposition, moderate loyalists. Despite beginning with low clearances, you 3 pilots have proven capable brigadors. Local geography and converging opposition forces may make moving you through the city into SNC-controlled zones via district gates unlikely to succeed. Your contract is to remove key military leadership in the form of marked command vehicles in the last remaining sector of Letterard, untouched by your handiwork. With this completed, you will exfiltrate via the nearby orbital tug on a private launch pad, which is fueled and contracted to wait for you. Upon exfiltration, you may accept payment, or pursue further contract opportunities with the SNC. Good hunting. Alright, let's get the hell out of Dodge. Track marked targets by following the crosshair icons on the edge of your screen. Excuse me. Upon completing the objectives, find the yellow orbital tug spacecraft in order to escape. Aha. Lights out. One target down. I am not welcome here. Oh, that worked out pretty well, actually. Last target. Oh, should probably rearm though. Alright, so that's the space tug. Now I know where that is. I love how there's an ammo depot behind this giant house. Fuck this house. Gated community. This guy's got 3 golf... Wait. That wasn't a house, was it? That was a community center. Huh. Never liked golf anyway. Oh, look, it's a playground. You monster! Oops, took out the gazebo. Oh well. Oh, they sounded the alarm. That's my cue to get the hell out of here. Oh, hello there. Hot stuff coming through. Alright, here we go. Go, 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 go. Let's get the hell out of here. Fly, Blackbird. Contract. Removal of 2 orbital guns. Opposition, moderate Corvid. So Corvids are like the scrappers of Solo Nobre. They're the gangs of New York, essentially. Great Leader is dead, and his illusory control over Solo Nobre's fractured politics has died with him. The Corvids have seized control of roughly 25% of the city district, including Zoiker's Scrap. Zoiker's Scrap is a small, elevated landmass to the south-southwest of the southern reach. The terrain makes it an ideal defensive perimeter, and the local oil refinery is of clear strategic value to the Corvids. Yeah, let's go! Welcome to the stream, Killinob. The SNC has more interest in the orbital guns positioned there. Purchase lore in acquisitions for more details. So let's head back real quick. So the Corvids. Something anarcho-syndicalism. Don't ask me, I just joined up. I'm still learning the secret handshakes and how not to fall asleep during the meetings. Councils, they call them councils. And they have them all the time. Anyway, Corvids have a lot to be unhappy about under Great Leader. And they've got a lot of very disillusioned veterans of the NEP with particularly acute grievances. They know he saved our city several times, made it what it is, but Corvids know that the trouble with a dictator, they never want to step down voluntarily. This thing with SNC means Corvids see their one real shot at making sure that Solo Nobre is for everyone again. It can't only be for active duty NEP soldiers and everyone else in yellow raincoats. Staying alive just isn't good enough anymore. MB. Zoiker's Scrap. Motivated travelers will appreciate the upcycled and innovative surroundings of Zoker's Scrap. Dating back to the original settlements of the founders, many of those colonial era structures are still in use today. If you're there on a market day, pay attention to the local delicacies, many of which are impossible to find outside of Solo Nobre. Be sure to bring some identification to sign in to the bathrooms and move onward to our next stop. A pocket guide to Solo Nobre found in St. Martin's Cargo Spaceport. Gift shop. De facto. Remainders bin. That's interesting. Alright, campaign. Loadout. Here we go. The Mongoose! Leng's Mongoose is armed with a Carlos 84mm recoilless rifle and Bonesaw 8mm machine gun with active camouflage for defense. This loadout lacks the firepower of larger units but is hard to track and can hide very easily. Flank enemies and only engage when you have the advantage. You know what? Let's go ahead and try this one out. Wolverines! Geez, you're good at finding these hidden gem of games I've never heard before. I like the lore and feel of this one already. See, that's what I'm here for. Because apparently I tend to play games that a lot of people have never heard of. So I guess this is just my way of bringing them to light, and I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that you're here for it. All right, so let's try out this mongoose. Reminds me of the Wolverine mech from Command & Conquer: Tiberian Sun. Very limited turning radius for its hip, though. Whoops. That was a gas station. Mongoose. Oh, shit! Collateral damage is part of the fun. Yes. Sure does look like that Wolverine. Yes, it does. Ah! Damn! Traffic jam up ahead. If we can't go around, let's make a door. This is a good one. I think they got their lore from the county clerk. It has all the fun of reading a privacy policy agreement without fear of human sent iPadization. Yes. I want one of those for my daily commutes. Pop! Booyah! Sniped! Get wrecked, kid. Ah, shit. No. Damn it. They sound the alarm. Yo! Oh! Okay. Get flanked. This mongoose is pretty nice, but very weak. Might not use it again. Alright, let's see if we can't get rid of these blast doors. Excellent. Lights out. Taking the scenic route, but kinda... Oh, shit. Kinda have to take the scenic route when you're literally a commando in a freaking power armor suit. That's right, come on. Come on. Split out! I think tank controls would work better with this mongoose. Because the WSA&D with north, south, east, and west controls just kind of confusing. I'll probably switch over to tank controls again in just a sec. Alright, that's one gun down. I'll tell you what, though, for something this small, it packs a lot of ammo. Alright, that's all structures down, or all orbital cannons down. Let's get the hell out of Dodge. Satisfying, earth-shattering, kaboom!
Yes, there's very satisfying earth-shattering kabooms.
Alright. A new feeling. Contract. Removal of 4 target vehicles. Opposition. Moderate loyalists. The Novo Exercito do Povo, thereafter known as NEP, is reeling from the death of great leader and unexpected SNC contract activity all over Solo Nobre. Despite being an army of conscripts, their discipline and training is strong. The SNC will only have a matter of hours before the NEP reorganizes in force. Your mission is part of a coordinated disruption of the reorganization of that reorganization. Remove the designated command vehicles and forward observers occupying Linkskaken, a small farm town and necropolis district. The SNC's development goals for Solo Nobre depend on keeping the local government forces in disarray as long as possible. Ooh, we got an A-Grav, another mech, a tank, or is this an A-Grav? No, that's an A-Grav. Camouflage, loadout, tactical skirmisher. Single target damage and range, but the trouble is with swarms. Use maneuverability and stealth to corral targets into choke points. This is what a Corvid mech looks like. Chook is armed with a Preacher cannon and Belter 20mm cannon or chain gun with an audio kinetic pulse for defense. This loadout deals tremendous amounts of damage but lacks the satisfying power of heavier mechs or a defensive ability that allows for disengaging. Let's use the mascot that's on the cover of the game, shall we? Cough! There's a hole, there's a hole, there's a hole. Booyah! God, I love this cannon. Basically walking around with a 105mm cannon. Great for hitting those pipelines, too. I'm sorry, you were still alive. Let me correct that. Oh, jeez, that's a bomb. Ugh. Hate those things. Sweet, no alarms. Booyah! Mental health. Contract removal of 4 target structures. Opposition, moderate loyalists. This operation targets upper echelon NEP commanders. For those not already in our employ, news of great leader's death caught many members of his war council and inner circle unprepared. Some linked up with their nearest sector base. A few attempted escape, like Ramiro Castello, but many have gone to ground. 4 high-value targets have bunkered down within the Evora Estate Country Club. Convenient choice, as they already were there at the time. The security is enough to stave off low-level Corvid mobs, but not enough to deter a Brigador. We are confident in low flight risk for these targets. Destroy the designated clubhouses on the grounds of the estate to complete your mission. Oh, we gotta use the Killdozer. We gotta. There's no way I'm using the Mongoose again. We gotta use the Killdozer. Bromlin's Killdozer is armed with a Carlos 84mm recoilless rifle and Bonesaw 8mm machine gun with a smoke projector for defense. This loadout is a bull. The weapons are secondary to the Killdozer's ram, which will destroy most enemies in a single hit. Keep targets at your front and focus on the choke points and ambushing. Oh, we are totally doing the Killdozer. Let's do it. Look, he's even in a freaking garage. Look at this. The Killdozer lives. You know, this is actually based off of a real live thing, right? There was actually a guy who went rampaging around the city or town in a homemade killdozer. He pretty much took a bulldozer and turned it into a freaking tank. Strapped on so much steel plating on that thing. Officers literally had to... Ah, shit. Well, that's alright. They sound the alarm. It's fine. You can't stop the killdozer. Yeah, officers literally had to stop the damn... Like, they had to gunk up, or they had to throw shit under the killdozer to get it stuck. And then they had to... Then they had to go up to the actual, like, cockpit of the killdozer and shoot the guy dead, like point blank. And even that was a task because the dude had like 2 rifles and a shotgun with him. That right there was a man who was fed up with society. Boom! Ramming speed! I think there was a show on Netflix about it. Gotta check that out. Yeah, that was an actual thing that happened, man. Shit's crazy. Terrible, but also crazy. Yeah, well, duh. Dude freaking snapped, man. Like, he just went fucking ballistic. Took out his aggression on anything and everything he could. Cost the city like hundreds of thousands of millions of dollars. Small businesses, fucking large businesses, didn't matter. He drove through anything he could. A-team music plays while the sounds of welding in the guy's garage. What you up to in there, Pete? Boom. Yeah. Ramming speed! Booyah! Boom! Thing's amazing. Ooh. I don't know if Sentius is in the chat, but he could tell you all about the killdozer. The real killdozer, I mean. Boom! Fucking ramming speed, motherfucker. If I remember right, he mainly targeted big businesses and stuff, like banks that really screwed him over time and time again without remorse. So he was like, fine, I'll pay, and chose his vehicle. Yes. Yeah, that's pretty much what happened. He got screwed over by the banks, so he took out all of his aggression on the banks. I think he managed to hit like 2 or 3 before they finally stopped him. But yeah, dude was armed to the teeth. Killdozer guy didn't hurt anyone and only went after the businesses and country offices that screwed over both his business and house. His wife left him after he lost his job. Ah. And he lost everything. Ah, that sucks. Poor guy. No wonder he was driven to madness. But hell, he went out with a bang. Yep, they took his gerb. They took her gerb! They took her gerb! They took her gerb! Yeah, way to make conservatives look like freaking idiots there, South Park. Good job. But we warned you! Removal of 5 vehicles. Opposition, moderate corvid. Hoskins Port is a former logistics hub for interplanetary commerce. When Great Leader closed spaceports citywide, routing interplanetary trade through Ixo, Hoskins all but shut down completely. All freight was declared property of the NEP and has remained there since. A massive backlog hastily stacked. With the present opportunity, a heavily armed Corvid detachment moved immediately to occupy Hoskins Port, and they have men going through the boxes. The SNC is very interested in what the Corvids are looking for, buried for years in shipping containers in Hoskins Port. Remove the command vehicles overseeing the search operations so that we can deploy our own teams to search the port. Oh, jeez. Oh, they're giving us nothing but A-grabs and tanks, eh? Armed with a Jericho 60mm cannon and Bonesaw 8mm cannon, or machine gun, with smoke projector for defense. This loadout is focused on high mobility hit and run attacks. The Troubadour is extremely hard to hit when running at full speed. You know what? Let's try it. Oh wait, this isn't an A-grab. This is an actual motorbike running on a freaking tread. That's insane. What's this? Rope Kid. Armed with a Bully 6mm laser and Donkey 84mm recoilless rifle with EMP grenades for defense. This loadout is built for high mobility, close combat, excellent short-range damage and disabling, but with very poor armor and shielding. So we got 3 Corvid vehicles and 1 ex-loyalist vehicle. / rebel, I guess. Party van is armed with a Stutter 27mm chain gun and Carlos 84mm recoilless rifle with an audio kinetic pulse for defense. This loadout is best suited for long-range combat while using the audio kinetic pulse to blast open walls and maintain maneuverability, but get a quick kill on a close-range target. Short Bus has a 90mm chain gun and pinch rocket. with EMP grenades for defense. This loadout is a disabler. Kraken deals excellent armor damage, but is poor against shields. Both the pinch and EMP grenades will stun units and destroy shielding. See if we could pull off some hit and run tactics. Nope. A lot harder to do. Okay. Let's try this. Engage. Is that a killdozer? Yes, it is. This actually isn't half bad. Damn, that kinetic pulse really comes in handy. Oh, that's it? Sweet, I'm out. Good night, everybody. That was a nice smashing grab. Neon lights. Contract removal of opposition. 70% of local forces in the area. Opposition is moderate loyalist activity. Okay. Most districts in Solo Nobre have at least one Texas 7, but Lanois has the flagship, the original Texas 7. Many other well-known establishments focused on the prurient interests, prurient? I don't even know, of soldiers and also based in soldiers are also based in Illinois, to the point where on any given day the district has a constant fraction of the nearby base populations. So it's basically New Vegas. A client of the SNC has a list of names for us for removal, and reports suggest that most of the soldiers are on leave in Illinois. Despite widespread inebriation being likely, Illinois is well loved by soldiers and thus will be well protected. Clear the district of loyalist soldiers and vehicles, both for our economic interests and for the consideration of our client. Ooh. What does this walker have? Broodmare is armed with Chieftain 18 milliwatt and Thunderclap 14 milliwatt lasers. Active camouflage for defense. This loadout is slow but extremely powerful at mid-range brawling. Excellent single target damage with the ability to disengage or reposition with active camouflage. I'm gonna stick with my boy, the Toro. Or the Turo. Alright, let's see here. We gotta take out at least 70% of the garrison. That'll get some attention. I was hoping for some attention, not all of it. Jeez. All right. I missed. Still good on ammo. Whoops. Gotta watch where I'm going. That's a tank right there. That's a spotter. Ooh, that's got a lot of attention. That's it. That's 70% of the garrison right there. Right. Organ donor. Removal of 8 target vehicles and personnel. Opposition moderate Corvid. The Corvids are harboring known NEP regime dissidents in a small sub-district known only as the City Planning Grid designation 56-C. Though the SNC disagrees with the late Great Leader's plans for the future of Solo Nobre, his blacklist is remarkably close to our own. Remove the command vehicles keeping guard over 56-C and remove the marked dissidents scattered throughout the crowd. Be wary of irregular warfare tactics from Corvids in crowd situations. So in other words, Aloha snack bars in the crowd. Mongoose. All right, let's give the mongoose another whirl. This time, go to settings, control bindings, or general. Tank 2. Relative. Back. Resume. There we go. We've got tank controls, boys. Yep, just as I thought. That was a suicide bomber. Aloha snack bars in the crowd? Hmm? Oh wow, that's lights out everywhere. Cool. And now they're going to be on alert. Let's cause a little distraction. Oh, a snack bar! That's gonna get some people moving. One target down. Second target down. That's a lot of suicide bombers. Holy crap. Oh shit, I gotta take that out? Oh. I thought they were just gonna be soft targets. That's a freaking tower. AKA the treehouse. Oh, ow. Oh, hello there. Whoop, 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 whoop. Literally playing Ring Around the Rosie for keeps. I was doing so well. And then the treehouse showed up. Alright. Fuck it, let's get a treehouse of our own then. Okay, so these smoke grenades actually hurt targets. Good. Up to like acid grenades or something. I don't know why I did that. I obviously didn't have a clear line of sight. One more target. Where is he? Ah, hiding among the crowd, are we? Initiate dubstep protocol. Wow! Killing the world with dubstep. I got an achievement called Habituation. Habituation, kill 1,000 civilians. Oh no. Oh no. I've killed over 1,000 civilians. I'm going to hell. Alright, well, I think that's going to be it for me tonight, guys. It is 9 o'clock over my time, so yeah, I hope you enjoyed. If you like what you saw, hit the like button. Let me know you want to see more of this kind of material. And if you're new here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and stay tuned for more Mecha March Madness. Stay tuned for tomorrow. I'll be trying out another mecha game that's part of my Steam library. Hopefully it will actually work and I won't have as much technical difficulties as I did with Front Mission Evolved. But hey, if I was playing Front Mission Evolved, y'all wouldn't have seen Brigador. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed yourselves. Thank you all so much for joining me, especially those who stuck around to the very end. As always, I'm your humble host, Raven800. I hope you all have yourselves a good night, a good morning, and I'll hopefully see you all on the next one. Good night, everybody.